Hi there. Today I want to talk about what a Jira project is. And it might sound silly that you would have to have a video about that, but a lot of people are confused about what a Jira project is. And because we are mixing this with boards, it becomes even more unclear. I think that could also be because Atlassian have chosen to use the word project, which is a rather bad word for what Jira projects actually are. So let's dive into Jira projects and see what they really are. So for this explanation, let's start within Jira. So I'm now in our demo project, the demo instance. And as you can see here now, we have certain projects. But what exactly is a project? When you create a project, when you go to projects and create project, you will see this screen or something that looks similar to it. So what you will get is a template and that it will ask you to begin with. And this is because a Jira project in itself is nothing more than a container. It is just a way to organize or group things in Jira. So in a way, it's the highest level of your structure, your information structure in Jira. So what you do is you create a container, you provide it with an ID, and then in that box, you then add different items. So you have configuration, which is why we have the project templates. And this will dictate how things will look within a board, for example, and also within the project itself. And the second thing that you do is that you then make this the home of your tasks. So it will connect then to this as the first part of the hierarchy of content within your Jira. So why is this important then to understand that the Jira project is a container? Well, the biggest problem that people usually face is they confuse a Jira project with a development project, or they think that a project is what teams work with, so every team should have one. But the thing is, the word project has absolutely nothing to do with this. It's just a container, so it could just have easily been named spaces like we have for Confluence, which would make better sense since this is a classification and a categorization of information within Jira. So people sometimes feel reluctant to create new Jira projects because they feel that it's a project, it should be connected then to a project, but you should forget all about that. A Jira project has nothing to do with projects at all. You can create them for any size that you want. So you can have a Jira project for a team, so it will be a team-based container, or you can have it for an entire system, which then will be a system container. You can have it for projects, you can have it for programs, you can have it for business areas, you can have it for marketing, you can have it for anything basically. And the second thing that is making this a little bit messy is that people confuse this area. Let's see, over here. So this area where you have the colored board around the board itself. And the board has nothing to do with the project. It is just attached to this project because we have chosen to connect it. So a board is just a visualization of a filter. And we have videos for both filters and boards. And you should probably see them pop up there somewhere. And because people confuse these with projects, they usually ask for help with their projects when they actually mean their board. And this is sometimes causing confusion because what an administrator is expecting when you ask them to help them with their project is the configuration of the project. And a board is not the configuration of a project. So what do we get then when we create a project? Well, we get an ID first and foremost, and you can, if you have admin access to your Jira project, then you can find the project settings. So in this case, we have a company managed project, but it will be similar for the team managed. You will have the configuration of the project itself. So the first thing is then that we will have different information and names. And then in the summary here, we will see this is the configuration template itself. So it will tell you how you will handle, what kind of issue types you have, what kind of workflows, how your screens, what you actually see when you create or view different tasks, what fields you have. You will see versions and components, and you will see then what roles are assigned to this, permission schemes and notification schemes and so on. And you also have the features where you can actually activate things for your project. And then, of course, you have things like you have your automation where you can set things up. And these are the things that are configured that will tell you how your tasks will actually work and function within a specific Jira project. So the short summary is then that a Jira project is nothing more than a container that contains the items that you have connected to it and the configuration how to display and work with those things. It has absolutely nothing to do with your board, because that is a separate entity completely. So this was very short what Jira projects are, and if you're interested in learning more of how to configure your Jira project, then subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to have specific videos for that, where we will discuss both how to configure the different items in both a company managed and a team managed project, but also how you work with people, how you give them access to your Jira project. So that was all I had for you today, and if you like this kind of content, then please consider subscribing. And also you should be able to see some cards over there right now where you have the playlist for Jira software, and also some suggestions on what videos you can watch next. So until we talk again next time, I hope you will have an awesome day.